together. 51 gigabytes for 7 days for only $2,000. Live the experience with Digicel. Activate today on the My Digicel app.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Culture Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Culture Radio. I am Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. Exxonmobil-led consortium producing in the Starbuck block offshore Ghana believes that its second oil vessel will be producing at a much cheaper rate than its predecessor, in addition to its increased production capacity. This was disclosed by consortium partner Hess Corporation's CEO John Hess on Tuesday. Hess told the conference that the Liza Phase 1 operation, which utilizes the Liza Destiny oil vessel, has a break-even oil price of $35 per barrel. This, contrasted against the projected cost of $25 per barrel from its Liza 2 operation, using the Liza Destiny oil vessel, would mean a $10 decrease in production cost for even more crude being extracted. And now let's tell you, as Ghana's oil industry expands, companies are rushing to grab a piece of action by establishing a presence here to support ongoing activities. This time, a US-based logistics company, Global Oil Environmental Service, is seeking to set up Guyana's shores, with a project already filed with the Environmental Protection Agency. On the EPA's latest public notice dated 21st of March 2020, it outlined that the service proposed the construction and operation of a waste treatment facility for transfer, storage, treatment and disposal of the exploration and production oil and gas waste. That facility would be housed at Block X, TE East and Block 1, T Hustle, Corvidon on the east bank of Demerara. And moving on, Brazil, one of the countries with the highest COVID-19 case and death tolls, has broken a new record as it relates to its daily death reports. BBC News reported yesterday that the country on Tuesday recorded 3,251 COVID-19 fatalities, being the first time it has ever surpassed 3,000 benchmark in a daily report. According to BBC, as the virus continues its rapid spread, Brazil's healthcare system is at the brink of collapse. And moving on, despite having an enacted natural resource fund with in excess of $267 million deposited in the New York Federal Reserve, the Ghana government does not intend to utilize any expenditure under the current protocols, but is instead currently examining new rules under which the fund would operate. This is according to Senior Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh. And now let's tell you, Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo had made it pellucid that Exxonmobil would not be allowed to recover costs associated with the establishment of its Ogle headquarters. Further to this, last year he said that the government made some adverse findings during the final stages of an audit for $1.6 billion Exxonmobil said it expended up to 2017. The Vice President said that some of the costs being claimed by Exxon are not considered recoverable by the government. Should ExxonMobil and the government be unable to find resolution over disputed costs, the American oil giant has the privilege of still recovering the said costs pending the final outcome of a legal recourse. This right comes in the Starbuck Block Production Sharing Agreement. And now let's tell you, Dr. Ashni Singh on Tuesday skirted the question of whether Ghana was getting a fair share of its revenue from its oil deals, to instead say that what Ghana gets is already dictated by the contract and that, I quote, "we have to work with them and to make the best of them." Dr. Singh reminded President Airfanali's position that Ghana's resources would be useless to the nation's development if not exploited. And now let's tell you, the 3 individuals who were killed on Monday night during a shootout with police in the backlands of Better Hope, East Coast Demerara, have been identified. The 2 Mazaruni prison escapees among the dead were identified as 25-year-old Imran Ramsawak and 28-year-old Rayon Jones. The 3rd individual, a woman, has been identified as 49-year-old Savita Rajkumar, also known as Debbie, of Better Hope, South Squatting Dam. According to police, she was a close acquaintance to one of the dead prison escapees. police are currently hunting another man who escaped following the shootout with cops. He is believed to be a Mazaruni prison escapee as well. And now let's wrap things up by telling you that in Papua New Guinea, plans for the expansion of the project led by Exxonmobil have stalled for over a year, as Exxon refuses to offer fair terms to the state. The government has demanded a bump up from 40% in existing deals to 60% for newer projects. PNG Prime Minister James Marape, who gained popularity for condemning unfair exploitation by extractive companies, decreed the lopsided deals the poverty-stricken nation had signed with several foreign companies. The PM said that the country has been unfairly held to ransom by Exxon and its partners, and told the parliament his administration would forge ahead with plans to increase the state's take.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaito Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
GPL Public Advisory, Plant Maintenance on Friday, March 26, 2021 on the east bank of Demerara from Avenue A Diamond to Nandi Park from 9 hours to 15 hours, and also on the east bank of Demerara, Avenue A Diamond to 4